Hey guys, it's Weston here. So today I'm back with a brand new video for 2017 and we're going to be looking at a set of $10 headphones versus a set of $10 earphones. Now this is for people that don't mind between headphones and earphones and they just want what's best value for money. So that's what I'm going to be showing you today, so let's not waste any more time and let's just get into the video. So kicking off with design first, and I'm guessing, well, design is down to your preference, so I'm not really going to cover that too much. What I will say though is they're both really nice looking products for what they cost. Now let's talk a little bit about build, and both utilise a lot of plastic. Now the plastic is cheap obviously because their headphones and earphones are really cheap, but both feel surprisingly solid. Like I said, they do feel a little bit on the cheaper side, but all the cable and stuff feels pretty solid, which is important obviously because the cables are one of the first things to break on like earphones and headphones at this price, but they do feel genuinely solid and robust for what they cost. Like I said, the plastic isn't the most highest grade plastic because of the price, but they still feel genuinely solid and put together, so I'd give both 1 point here. So next up we're going to talk about comfort, and this is where the headphones really fall down. The padding on the headband is really good and quite soft and plush, so I've got no complaints there. It's the ear cups that aren't fantastic. Now the material that they use for the padding is pretty soft, it's just the finish on the actual outer padding is a little bit rough and it just chafes your ears a little bit. Also the shape of them, now they are circular, which is like pretty much all other on-ear headphones, it's just they're really small and they sort of compress your ears a little bit and they're just really uncomfortable, especially if you wear glasses like myself, and I found that after about an hour's use they start to get quite unbearable. Now the earphones are actually surprisingly comfortable thanks to their angled nozzle design. They come with small, medium and large ear tips, which are pretty good. They're not the best ear tips I've ever tested, but they're pretty respectable for the price. And also they're really lightweight, so that means that they don't tug on your ears either. So for comfort, I would definitely give the earphones the win there. So now we get on to isolation and leak, and the headphones are average at best. They do block out a little bit of noise, but you do get a lot of noise creeping in. That's because obviously they're an on-ear design and they don't seal your ears fully. The leak is actually quite bad, especially if you listen to your music a little bit louder. They do tend to leak pretty badly, so on public transport people might be able to hear what you're listening to depending on how loud you actually listen to your music. The earphones do fare a lot better though, obviously because they go in your ears, they create a much better seal, and because of the shape of them, they've got a really different oval style shape. They just seem to fit really nice and snugly in your ear and create a great seal, so that means that they isolate really well and they also don't leak that bad either. So I would have to give the earphones the win on this one. They just seem to perform much better in all the tests I've thrown at them. So now we're just going to cover off a couple of other features, and both have a universal microphone with play pause button. Now the headphones do have a swivel mechanism for folding them flat, but there's no folding mechanism to fold them up into a compact size. They also have a headband adjustment. This is made from plastic. It feels decent enough. Obviously it's not fantastic, and these are usually one of the areas that break first on these type of headphones, so just be careful if you're looking at some at this price. The earphones have an A/B switch, and that allows you to switch between iOS and Android, and that'll just allow you to switch between the two platforms if you use both platforms. So both exactly on what I call massively feature packed, so I'd give both 1 point in this category. And now we get on to the sound quality, and actually I had a really tough time choosing between these two because they're both pretty similar. Now the earphones produce deeper bass, they extend a little bit lower. Now the headphones do still produce deep bass, but the earphones are just slightly deeper. Though I did note that the headphones bass is a little bit clearer, whereas the earphones is a little bit more murky and a little bit darker sounding. The headphones mid-range is a little bit better than the earphones mid-range. It's a little bit more open, but you do lose some minor detail. The earphones are much narrower, but the detail is held a little bit better. The headphones have a slightly better soundstage obviously because the headphones, but it's still not fantastic. Instrument and sound separation is better on the headphones than it is the earphones, and overall I think the headphones have the slightly better mid-range. Then we get onto the vocal, and the headphones have a slightly lighter vocal, so it's just a little bit more open and a little bit airier sounding, whereas the earphones are a little bit heavier. Both have a decent tone though, and it's fairly natural. It's not the best I've ever heard, but obviously that's to be expected at the price. Now I prefer the more open vocal of the headphone, but I think both are pretty decent. Right guys, so keep in mind for the sound that I'm talking about a $10 set of headphones and a $10 set of earphones, so they're not going to blow you away in terms of absolute quality. Just remember that they're probably better than average for the price. But either way, you're getting a decent sound whether you buy the headphones or the earphones. The headphones for me were the clear winner in the sound quality. I just like the more open and airy sound to the more closed in sound of the earphones. But total, the earphones have won, and I would actually choose the earphones out of these two simply because they're more comfortable, they isolate better, and they're more lightweight and just, like I said, more comfortable for when you're on the go. The headphones are still fantastic, they're just let down by poor isolation and leak and by extreme lack of comfort. So anyway, I would definitely pick the earphones out of these two. And that is pretty much it for this one, guys. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, so if you want a higher price range, then drop a comment down below and leave a suggestion if you want me to do this type of video again with 2 different other products. And that is pretty much it again, guys, so thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed, that would be great. It goes a long way to help out and you get to see my videos when they first come out. Also leave a comment if you want to, hit that like button if you enjoyed it, and I will see you all on the very next video.